In the last video, we dropped off the Subaru. Now, in the meantime, we also drove down in our stock wheels, as you guys probably already saw. That is because we were rebuilding the wheels, and today we were rebuilding the Meister S1 three-piece. I'm gonna actually start disassembling. We got the tires off. These are the tires. These are the Federal 595 RSRs. They're super sticky. They look amazing, as you guys can actually see. That tread looks so good. I do love it. Now we do have the wheels here that are all ready to go. We're actually gonna be moving those faces to the front, and then we're going to be removing these 4-inch lips, putting these 5-inch lips here. Top box right above here is going to be a 5-inch barrel, which will keep the wheels at a 18 by 11 for the rears, because 6 plus 5 equals 11. So these two are being matched together with the O disc on the front, and we're going to take the rear lips currently and just put them on here. That makes sense? I'm gonna tag them. Let's start disassembling these and get these rebuilt. If you guys have never disassembled wheels before, it is not that hard. It is not recommended by any company ever, because they don't want to be liable, them breaking on you, debeating if they have issues. But if you do it proper, you should be fine. I am staging them up so I can properly identify what piece goes with what piece, so that you're actually doing the proper build that you want to do. Took sticky notes, because sticky notes are God, and identified which rings, which faces. So these faces are going to be the O discs that are a little bit less of a large face, not really made for big brake kits. The R faces, R discs, are going to be those ones, and identify which one it is. So as soon as I disassemble all these pieces, I know exactly which one is which. The tool that I'm going to be using, little 8mm, and as you guys can see, that kind of a star hex head. I forgot what it's called. It's like a universal thing you can get from Cobalt. You can use these to not only attach to this piece right here, which securely locks on to the hardware, or you can also use it for the bolts on the backside, properly unscrewed without stripping anything. These are a very good grip and a very good piece. I recommend getting this.
Later.
Quick tactical pause on this one. I did not record me actually disassembling these wheels. I don't know why I didn't do it, but to make things really simple, it is a nut and bolt, guys. Simply loosen all these up and take them out. The only odd part about it is that you're not going to have to worry about your wheels falling apart if they are 3-piece or 2-piece wheels. Please understand that the sealant that holds it all together to keep the air pressure from leaking out is going to hold that wheel in place. Go ahead and grab a razor, straight edge, anything that you're going to be able to use to slice away that sealant, and once you're able to do that, you can then use a trim tool or any sort of wedge. I wouldn't recommend a hammer or anything like that, but something to pry it apart. Once you get to that point, we'll be moving into this next step, which sadly I had to skip directly into. My apologies, guys. Right behind me, I've disassembled most of the wheels. In my particular case, I didn't need to disassemble all of them. The rears, which are here, you can see they're brand new barrels. They're very beautiful. I now have the O faces in the back with the 6-inch lip and the 5-inch barrel. So those will actually be put together. So now I'm moving on to the process of actually assembling the hardware and putting everything back together. Now, before you do this, I want this to be very clear. Make sure that you have, if they're not all brand new pieces, like that barrel is brand new and that lip is brand new, but the lip has been assembled and has some sealant still on there. So what I recommend using, you can go to Harbor Freight and get this. It's super cheap. They're just a metal brush wheel, 6-piece wire wheel and cut brush set. So there you go. Get one of these, attach it to your power drill, and then you're just gonna go over it and it'll scrape off all that stuff and all that gunk, all the sealant that was on there before and all the dirt. Wipe it off with some alcohol, make sure it's nice and smooth, you don't have any issues there, because you do not, absolutely do not want anything in between there that would create a seal issue or a bond between the sealant they're gonna be using. So in the meantime, I'm going to, wire brush off a little bit of that sealant. It's gonna be on these wheels right here, in which they're gonna have a little bit of sealant on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and scrape off all of that stuff, make sure the area is clear and ready for assembly, and then I'm going to attach the hardware on there. As soon as we get to the hardware, we'll move on to the next part, which will be actually adding the sealant and doing a proper bead so that we're able to create a clear and clean finish as far as going around the edges. As you can see here on this one, since this one's still assembled, you can see the bead that runs along here on this edge that will keep it from having any air going in and out. Now you don't want too excessive amount, because then it'll bleed into the holes of the hardware, and if you do that, it's gonna be a bitch to get them off. So you want to be very mindful of that and be very careful. Hopefully you guys are sticking with me. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below. I'll do my best to reply and give you any insight on stuff that might be questionable of other people doing something that you want me to kind of explain the best I can. I'm not a professional, but it's kind of proof that you can do it at home. This is now my third wheel build just on these alone, and I've done a couple others that are different designs. Okay, so we are all buffed out and ready to go. Every wheel's a little bit different when it comes to like setting up these things. With the Meisters, if you're gonna be assembling them, the easiest way if you're using gravity on your side is to basically do the lip, the outer barrel lip, whatever you wanna call it. And then you're going to do the barrel, and then it's gonna follow by the face or the disc, whatever you guys wanna call it. That is the order for the Meister S1 3-piece. Now, some combinations will actually be the exact opposite, where the faces are on the front, and some of them are more of a sandwich design, in which that would be the lip or the barrel followed by the face, the inner disc that's going to be right here, and then either the lip or the barrel on the other side. It's going to sandwich it together like a cookie, Oreo that shit, and then you're good to go. And then we can just start putting in some bolts, and we're going to do it in a star pattern. So we're going to be doing it from one end to the other side and crossing over on both sides, so we get a nice equal push down. That way there's no wobble, there's no issues, and everything lines up center. Alrighty boys, so now that the wheels have officially been built, since they're not sealed yet, that's what we're moving on to next. See, the bolts are in there. I'm going to pause for 1 second just because I want to reiterate how important it is to keep track of the nuts and bolts that you take off these wheels. I don't know what it is, but every single time I rebuild wheels, I always lose one bolt or one nut. Put it in a safe place, like have a tray set up to where you grab them all and you're able to put them away, because I don't know how I messed up that one, because I was being really careful to not lose the bolts anywhere. Of course, this place is a bit of a mess, as you can see, so I'm going to try and get that found, and then we can put it in after we seal it. That's no big deal when it comes to sealing these wheels. So this wheel we didn't take apart because I realized I can just move that whole wheel to the front because it matches the specs that I need. This is an example of the bead. Basically, we're going to be using a GE metal sealant. Now, this is what the bottle will basically look like. Now, price difference when it comes to the sealant, where they say wheel building sealer or wheel sealant, and it's like $14 for a tube. If you go to Lowe's or Home Depot's typically cheaper. It's like $6 for this. So I'm gonna line up some cloth all the way down here, because we're gonna want it to do a full rotation when we get this bead on there. But I will line it up, and then with this cap off, of course, in the gun, and we'll do a steady bead as we roll, going all the way along this nice even bead that will touch both sides as we go. And then while we're also squeezing that in, we'll be using our other hand and following it with our finger, preferably with a glove on so you don't get any material in there that you don't want, and then just smoothing it out. You're gonna have a little excess on the sides, that's fine, it doesn't matter. As long as you get a nice smooth bead, that'll cover it so it looks like a nice even gap or bridge, so it's like one piece that goes over to the other side, and you won't see this indent. Also, painter's tape. Nice little extra thing. Just run along the outside here, this brim, so then when you do seal it, and if you get a little excess, you get a nice, clean, straight edge as soon as you pull off the tape. Let's see if I can even manage to do this. And so you might hear me set this down, but just gonna lay down the bead. Nice steady bead as I go. 2 right here go ahead and fully cure, you'll actually see a large difference, a lot more of a matte finish versus a very shiny finish. So get that cure overnight, and then tomorrow we'll go ahead and mount the wheels. But besides that, that is it. That is how you disassemble and reassemble 3-piece wheels. And hopefully it was helpful. As you guys can see, the specs I'm going to be running this year, unless I sell these wheels are for sale, pretty thick. And then we're going to have the rears 6-inch lip, which is nutty. Absolutely nutty. Look how crazy that looks. Okay, so now that we actually got that figured out, this is more of the vlog side of things to kind of get you guys all caught up. Now, since I have mentioned that I was going to be going away for 6 months, now I'm going to be recording this. I don't know if I've actually told you guys this already, and the reason why I'm going to be leaving for 6 months is because I got a career job offer that has been something I've been working towards for years. Probably actually we're going on about 5 or 6 years now of me just trying my best to get into this line of work. And it's a very competitive line of work, but I'll be going away for 6 months pursuing this career with this job. So there will be no content from February 10th till July. So when you see these uploads and you're wondering, why is this in the middle of May, June, March, April, I don't know, whatever month that you're seeing these videos being posted, is because I'm editing them while I'm away. I appreciate you guys sticking with it. If you've not subscribed already, just hit the subscribe button. It's one click, it's super easy, especially if you like the channel. If you didn't like this video and you think this is stupid and this is annoying, like, just leave now. Don't worry about it. I won't sweat it. I get it. Like, sometimes I'm not entertaining, but if you came to this video specifically, you're looking to rebuild your wheels, and I'm pretty sure I did it the way that you're supposed to do it, because I've done it every time and never had an issue. Another update, I've changed my Instagram. I'm no longer on Instagram at gt.subi. I am just at Chad Celestris, so it's gonna match this channel. I love you guys. We got the wheels built. I will be posting pictures, and I will, while I'm gone, try and have some videos done of the Subaru so you guys can actually see it, and I'll post it on the channel as well. And I'll also be working on the autobiographies. If you've not already seen the trailer for Phil's wide body Varus STI, please go check out that video. It'll actually be up here or here. I'm not exactly sure which part of the screen YouTube wants to. So if it appears right here, go click it, check it out, because this video is done. Okay, bye. Hey, so yeah, like I said, the video is done. Bye. Get out of here. Right? There's nothing left. I can't believe I told you guys what. I can't believe I told you guys what I was about to put on the engine. I'm gonna bleep that out though for sure. But hey, 2 videos. Check those out. Okay, bye.